Thanks for tuning in to Crochet with LJ. Today I will show you how to crochet this cute boho summer top. It's a halter that ties around the back and neck. It's a fairly simple design and easy to make in any size. You will need at least 200 to 300 yards of yarn depending on the size you're making. And it's a really fun pattern to make. I can't wait to show you, so don't forget to hit subscribe and let's get started. This is the yarn I'm using today. It's Kilimanjaro. It's a cotton wool blend. It's super soft and lightweight, and unfortunately I think it's being discontinued, which is a total bummer, but any other cotton or even acrylic yarn would be fine for this project. I prefer to use cotton on summery crochet tops because it's lightweight and it's a little more breathable than acrylic, but if that's all you have, you can certainly use that for this pattern. I am going to be using a size 4mm crochet hook, and we're going to be doing the double crochet stitch, the chain stitch of course, and the half double crochet stitch. If you're unfamiliar with these, please watch my tutorial on basic crochet stitches before you start this pattern. It's a little bit more intermediate level, so I don't want anyone to get discouraged because it's not necessarily beginner friendly. That being said, it is not too hard, and let's get started. Start with a slip knot, insert your hook, and you can start two ways. I'm going to chain 4 and do a slip stitch in the first chain. You could also do a magic circle here, whichever you prefer. And then we're going to do the first round with 15 double crochet right into the center. So we'll start with the chain 3, and that will count as our first stitch. And the double crochet, just to refresh, is a yarn over, insert through the center, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that counts as 1 and 2, and we're going to do 15. Once you've done 15, we're going to do a slip stitch in that 1, 2, 3rd chain, which is kind of like the top of our first stitch. We'll do a slip stitch and close the round. Kind of move these around so they're all evenly spaced. And we'll start the second round with chain 3. We're going to do a double crochet into the next space, which is a little hard to see, but it's right here. And another double crochet into the next space. That chain counts as 1, 2, 3. Now we will chain 5. We're going to do another 3 double crochet into the next 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Chain 5. And another 3 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. Just going to keep going around doing that. So chain another 5. We're going to be making a pentagon shape. So 5 corners and 5 sides. We had 15, and now we're spacing it out by 5 sides. So it's the 3 double crochet on each side. 1, 2, 3, and then chain 5. Do another 3 double crochet. Chain 5. And we will close the round by doing a slip stitch into that 3rd chain. This is what we have so far after round 2, and now we'll start round 3. I want to start in this corner here, so I'm just gonna do a little slip stitch in the next stitch, another slip stitch, just to kind of move over to the corner, one more slip stitch, and then chain 3. So now that again will count as our first double crochet, and we're going to do 3 more into this corner space. Then chain 3 and do 4 more double crochet into that same space. And this is the corner. That's how we're going to make a corner. We're going to go around and make 5 corners to make our pentagon shape. So once you've done that chain 3 plus another 3 double crochet, chain 3 in the corner, and then 4 double crochet, we're going to go right into another 4 double crochet into the next corner. Chain 3, another 4 double crochet into that same space, if you're using cotton, be careful, it likes to split a lot on you. Try to catch it when it happens so you don't have any mess ups. So there we have our 2 corners, and we're just going to continue doing 3 more corners the same way. So 4 double crochet, chain 3, 4 double crochet into each corner until we get to the end of the round. This is what we have. Towards the end of the round, we will end it with a slip stitch into that 3rd chain. We've got a cute little star happening, and we're going to do another round in this granny stitch pattern. Start by chaining 3. And now we're going to move and start in this first corner with 4 double crochet, chain 3, and 4 double crochet, just like we did in the previous round. Once you've done that corner, you're then going to do 4 double crochet into this space, and then make another corner and go all the way around. It's your granny pentagon, I guess you could call it. And we're doing 4 double crochet into each of the spaces, and we're doing the corners the same way like we've been doing. So just do another round like that, and I'll meet you at the other end. So I just went around doing that same pattern, and when you get to the beginning of the round, you're gonna do 3 more double crochet into that last side space. And that chain 3 that we started with will count as the 4th stitch in that row. So just do a slip stitch into that top chain to close the round. And now we will cut off our yarn here. And pull the end through. And now we're going to start on the bottom portion of our top. And we're going to start in one of these corners. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to start in this corner, and we're going to now work back and forth in this direction. So we're not going to be working in the round, we're going to be working in the rows. And I'm going to start at this corner so I can kind of crochet in this end into the work, so it's a little bit hidden and not up here. We'll have the 2 top straps up here, sides, and then we're going to go down this direction. So make another slip knot. Do a slip knot into a corner. And chain 1. And now we're going to switch to the half double crochet stitch, and I'll show you just to do a refresh. That's a yarn over, insert through the space or the stitch, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through all 3. And we're going to be using that stitch for the rest of the pattern, and we're going to do 4 half double crochet into that first corner. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, and just keep doing half double crochet along the edge, 1 in each stitch until you get to the corner. My ends here, I'm going to just crochet this end into the work. So just hold it parallel to your work and just crochet around it. And then you have less to weave in at the end. Do that for a couple stitches, and then you can just let it hang back. When you get to the corner, we're gonna do 3 half double crochet into the corner this time. 2, 3, and then continue along the other edge with your half double crochet stitch. And when you get to the other corner, we're going to do 4 half double crochet stitches, and then we're going to chain 1 and turn our work and go back in the other direction now. So do another double crochet, half double crochet right into that very first stitch and go back in the other direction. I like using half double crochet stitch when I'm doing tops. It's a little bit denser of a pattern than double crochet, and I think that's better for, you know, a top, so it covers your breast a little better and you're not poking through any holes between double crochet stitches. And every time we get to the corner, almost there. You want to find those 3 stitches you did in the corner space, and that middle one, so not this one, we'll do one more half double crochet, and in this middle stitch I'm going to do another 3 half double crochet stitches, and that's how we're going to do this point in our pattern for every row. Go all the way up into that very first stitch we did. Wait, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, that was just a chain. And when you get to the end of the row, chain 1, turn your work, and we're going to go back the other direction, and we're just going to keep going back and forth. So I just went ahead and did 16 rows. This is good if you're making a size small or extra small. If you're doing a medium, I'd go at least 18 to 20 rows. And if you're doing a large or extra large, I'd do probably 20 to 24 rows, depending on your size. If you're making it for yourself, the best way is to just hold it up to your body and see how it's fitting so far. If you need more rows, just do a couple more or less, then take some out, no big deal. Other than that, for the different sizes, the pattern is pretty much the same. So we're just going to pick up again at this corner, and we're going to work back down this way. And when we get to the corner, we're going to go back up, and I'm just going to go back and forth on this side and then come to the other side and do the same thing. So, zoom in on here. So picking up at the corner, we'll chain 1 and turn our work. And we're going to go back down with half double crochet, just as if you're starting another row, which we are. So as you reach the center point of your work, find that top middle stitch and then count back 2 more stitches, 1, 2, and we're not going to crochet anything to those stitches. So I'm going to just do that last one here, leave 1, 2, 3 at the end, and this is where we will chain 1, turn our work, and go back in the other direction. And we're just going to go back and forth with our rows, repeating that same pattern. So I'm going to go back down here, chain 1, turn the work, come back, and again we're going to leave 3 stitches at the end, 1, 2, 3, and so it's going to make a little zigzag on the bottom. Okay, so once I am 3 stitches from the end again, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and go back in the other direction. So here we are. This is the top. This is the bottom. And every time we're at this end, we're just going to leave those 3 stitches at the end, and it's going to make a little zigzag and keep our work straight while we do a decrease. And we're just going to keep going back and forth here until we have just a couple stitches left. So go ahead and just keep going back and forth. So I've just gone back and forth on this side, decreasing by 3 here at the bottom until I'm down to 4 stitches here at the end. From the end, we're going to go ahead and chain 80 off to do our tie strap, and then we're going to do single crochet all the way back. And don't even cut your yarn, because what we're going to do is we're going to go up and do our border here and then up to make the strap up here as well. And then we're going to go do the same thing on the other side. Once you've done 80 chain, we're just going to work back down our chain doing single crochet. So start from the second chain from your hook. Insert your hook, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2. And just do that single crochet stitch back down your chain of 80. Once you've single crocheted your way back down your chain and you're back at this corner, we're now going to do the Picot Stitch to add a nice border up the side. I'll zoom in and show you how to do that. So we'll start this Picot Stitch border with 4 single crochets, and we're just working into the sides of these rows here. So it's not exactly clear where the stitches are. You're just kind of spacing your stitches the same gauge you've been using. So do 4 single crochets. See, I'm kind of just going wherever there's a little gap. And now we're going to do the picot part, which is you chain 3. And then you're going to do a slip stitch right in the back loop of the first chain. So pull it through both those. And now go ahead and do another 4 single crochets in what would be the next 4 stitches. And every 4 single crochets we're going to do a picot, so chain 3 and do a slip stitch in the back loop of that first chain. You could also do a single crochet right there if you want a little bit bigger picot, and then 4 more single crochet stitches. And you can see that pattern that's happening. It's just cute little bobbles up the side. And we'll kind of tighten in and make our edge a little bit cleaner and more exciting. So there, I just did the picot stitch up the whole side, and I did 2 stitches in that corner space. And now we're going to make the top tie strap by, you can chain 70 this time, and then do single crochet back down your chain, and then you can cut off and tie on your yarn at that corner. Or if you just want a single chain tie strap, you can also just chain 70 and cut it off at the end. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Here's what the final pattern looks like, all laid out flat. You should have 4 tie straps, and this will fold and tie in the back like so. And these will tie behind your neck, and you can go ahead and cut and weave in all of your ends however you like to do that. As much as I would love to model this for you, I am not a size small, but my mannequin is, so I'll show you what it looks like on her. Hopefully this pattern is making sense for you guys. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can write them below in the comments and I will get back to you. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you can stay up to date on my latest projects and patterns. Thanks for watching.